Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make a flower ring or a crocheted flower ring. So yeah, I'm just going to jump right into it. So the wool I'm using is this Caron Simply Soft wool, and I'm using the Caron Simply Soft because, because it is a fairly thin wool. It's not too thick, and I'm going with the thinner wool because if I go with a thicker wool, it's just going to make my flower chunky, and it's just not going to look so nice. So I'm going with a thinner wool. So I'm using the Caron Simply Soft, and it is in the color Blue Mint. So it's like a nice aquamarine blue, although it says Blue Mint, but I kind of think it looks like more of an aquamarine blue. And on the back it also tells me what size needle I need, or what size hook I need, and it says a size 5 hook. Not that you guys can read that, but so I have a size 5 hook here. I think you guys can read that. So yeah, just look on the back and it'll tell you what size hook you need. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into it. So the first thing you want to do is start by casting on. So I'm just going to take my wool, and if you guys want me to do like a mini series of like crocheting, like how to cast on like the basic stitches, and also how to make like different things, like maybe a bracelet, and I've also made a headband before. I kind of need to practice it a little more and perfect like the pattern, but yeah, so just start by casting on. So comment below and tell me guys if you do want like a mini series on how to crochet things. Okay. So I just cast it on there, and now you're going to chain 5. So make sure it's not too tight, but you don't want it too loose. So chain 5, just like that, and then you are going to slip stitch in the first chain to make a circle. So you go back to your first chain and just slip stitch. Just like that. So now you've got a little loop or a little circle. So now I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to single crochet 9 in the little loop here. So single crochet 9 in there. 1, 2, oopsie. 3, okay, so now you've got like a circle like this. So you chained 1 and then you single crocheted 9 in the circle or in the loop. And now I'm going to slip stitch in our first chain when we began going around. So just go in your first chain and single crochet. So now you've connected, so now it's a full circle like that. Okay, after you have slip stitched to join the circle, now what you're going to do is chain 3, 1, 2, 3, just like so, and then we are going to do half a double crochet in the top of our single crochet. So you see those 2 loops there? 1, 2. That's the top of our single crochet. So I'm going to go in the top like that, and I'm going to do half a double crochet. So go through those 3, and then I just did my half double crochet, and then I'm going to single crochet in that same loop that we did the half a double crochet. So you're going to go back in, it's the top of the single crochet where we just did the half a double crochet. So now you are going to single crochet in that same loop, and then you are just going to bring it through. Okay, then in the top of the next single crochet that we made when we were going around in a circle, you are going to simply slip stitch. So there's the top of my single crochet I made at the beginning. I'm going to go through and simply single crochet. Just like that. And that is the first petal. Okay, so now in the top of the next single crochet, you're just going to go through. You're going to do a double crochet. Then in that same hole you just did your double crochet, you're going to do half a double crochet. And then where you just did the half a double crochet, which is also the same loop as the double crochet, you're going to do a single crochet. Like that. Then in the next single crochet stitch we made at the beginning, you are going to slip stitch. So now I'm just going to go through the top of the next single crochet stitch and slip stitch. And then you have your second petal. So now you have 2 petals. Okay, so now I'm just going to repeat what I did here. So you're going to do so now you're going to do double crochet in the next top of the single crochet. Then in that same top of the single crochet you just did your double crochet, you're going to do half a double crochet. And then in that same loop, you are going to, now you're going to do a single crochet. Like that. Then in your next top of your single crochet, you're going to do a slip stitch. And you're just going to repeat what we just did. So you do, in your next top of your single crochet, what you do, you double crochet, half a double crochet, single crochet, and then in the next single crochet stitch, you are going to slip stitch. And I will write the pattern down below in the info bar, so you can read the pattern and it'll be a lot simpler. But I'm just going to continue making the petals. I have 2 more petals to make like that. But I will write the pattern down below, so it's a lot easier. You can just read it and copy it like that and follow along with me. So I'm just going to make 2 more petals like I just did here, and then I will come back to you guys. Okay, so I just finished doing the last petal, and you're just going to finish off in the last chain where we started, and you're going to slip stitch. Just like that. And then your little flower is complete. So, okay. So now you have your 5 petals here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is your flower for your flower ring. So now you just want to cast off. Alright, to cast off, just cut your wool like that. And then bring it through your chain like that. Alright, so now our flower is complete. Okay, so now we are going to make the ring part. So what you want to do is start by casting on. And then you are going to chain enough so it can fit around your finger. So just chain enough to fit around your finger. So I'm going to be making this for my index finger. And you want to make sure it's fairly loose. If it's too tight when we are doing the slip stitching in each chain, it's going to be a little difficult to get them in. So let me see if that's big enough. Okay, so that fits on around my finger. So now I'm just going to chain 1 extra. Okay? So just chain 1 extra. Just like that. And you want to chain the extra because when we are slip stitching in each chain, it kind of takes some space away. So when you chain the extra, that's your little extra space. So it will still fit around your finger. So now you're just going to slip stitch in each chain all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so now I just finished slip stitching in each chain, and I'm just going to make sure it does fit around my finger. And as you see, it does. Okay, now I'm just going to cast off. Okay, so after you have cast it off, you are going to now need a thick sewing needle. So just like this, and if you want where you put the thread or wool through, you want to make sure it's thick enough so the wool can get through. But you just need a thick sewing needle. And then your strings at the end here, you're just going to pick one. It doesn't matter which one. And you want to make sure when you're casting on and off, you leave a bit of string so you can do this. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and get it on in my needle. Okay, just like that. And then you're going to go on your other side, so it's straight right now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to this side, and I'm just going to pull it through, so now it makes a loop, or your ring. So you're just going to sew the ends together here, so it forms your ring. Okay, after you've sewn it together, you're just going to kind of sew in the rest of your string so it doesn't unravel. And then you're just going to cut that extra string there off. And then you can just throw that away. Okay, so now I'm just going to try it on and make sure it fits. Which it does. It's a little tight, so I'm just going to kind of pull on it and kind of stretch it out a bit. So it's a bit looser. But it should fit pretty much perfectly. Okay, then you're just going to take your other string and sew it in. Okay, after you've sewn that last piece in, I'm just going to try it on one more time. And there we go. Now you have your ring part of the flower ring. So now I'm going to take my flower. I'm just going to set the ring aside really quick. And the string that you cast it off with, so here's your string that we cast it on with and we started this whole flower. And here's the string that you ended with. So you're going to take the string that you ended with and you are going to sew this in. Okay, and after you've sewn it in enough, just take the extra string and cut it off. Okay, so now we just have this one string that you started the whole flower with. So here's the top of our flower, and here's the back with our string. So you're going to take your ring part and take your needle again, get it on to your needle, okay, so now you're going to take your ring, and where you sewed the two pieces together, and where you kind of sewed the strings in, that's where you're going to put the flower. So just kind of like go straight through the center where you sewed it together and pull it all the way through. So your flower's on top and you've got the ring part on the bottom. So now, just going to flip it upside down, and you're going to secure the ring and the flower together. So you're just going to sew it onto the ring, onto the flower. And this is kind of just going to be like right in the center of the flower, or maybe even just a little bit off. Okay, after you feel like it's nice and secure onto the flower, just finish by sewing the rest of some of the string into the flower so it doesn't unravel or anything. And then cut the extra string off. And your flower ring is done. Okay, so I'm going to put it on for you. And okay. So that is what it looks like. It's pretty big, but that's how I love it. And then you can see on the back, you've just got the ring part and then your flower. So yeah, that is the finished product. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you understood what I did, and I will write the pattern down in the info bar below, so check that out if you guys want to make this. Comment below and tell me if you do make it, and also comment below and tell me if you want me to do a mini crochet series. Alright, so I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!